Yo, what hit the saying? Back on another note, another topic, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about black identity. African Americans, black Americans, Aborigines, what do we call ourselves, man? I've seen this and it was interesting to me because growing up for me, we always called ourselves black or, African American. It was never, you know, a conflict with saying either one. Nowadays, I see a lot of videos of people saying, we're not black and we're not African Americans because, Africa was a name that was given to the continent by the Europeans. And so, let's touch on that in a minute, but let's talk about being black Americans. And there's a video with a brother named Dr. Jose, I want to say Jose Pimenta Bay, I believe that's his name. And he was going into, the knowledge and information, left by Brother Drew Ali and, the Moorish outlook on being black. He called ourselves black. And he was saying that, we're calling ourselves black because it's a reactionary for the Americans calling themselves white. And I'm saying no. I don't want to say it's like the information is incorrect, but I believe that your information was like, I guess, I guess I would say it was incorrect on the information and knowledge that you possess and you have it. So as he went into it and they explained that black is just an adjective, it really doesn't define a race. And black is negative. All the connotations surrounding the word black are negative connotations, which are true. That is true. That's a true statement. That is a fact. But you guys are looking, I would say you guys are looking at the cup half empty instead of looking at it half full. If everybody describes or defines black as the absence of color, the other half of that definition is that black is the absorption of light. It absorbs all colors. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar. I did it back when I was in high school. We did an experiment on which color absorbs the most light. Come to find out, black absorbs, the most light. So instead of saying black is an absence of color, why not say black is the absorption of all colors? It absorbs them all, which is what exactly it does. So it depends, like I said, it's depending on how you're looking at it. You are looking at the cup half empty instead of seeing the cup half full. And the negative connotations surrounding the word black is in the English language. Or I would just say in Western culture language, doesn't matter if it's English, French, Spanish, German, Dutch, there is a negative connotation around the word black, and everything black is negative. And, we see this in the stories. It's in Western culture, in the kids' stories where the bad guy, the villain, is always wearing black or they're dark. Remember the movie The Lord of the Rings? I remember seeing this. The theme was all throughout The Lord of the Rings that the darkness, the evil was black. But that is Western culture. That's how they define black. That's how they see it. That's how they saw it. So the question is, why should we go by Western culture? I know we were brought up in the West, but our ancestry go back over to the East, to African culture. So if you're looking at it from an African perspective, the African worldview, and again, we'll deal with the word African in a minute, you'll see that the negative connotations around the word black do not exist. In African culture, when you look at tree being black. Black is something powerful, is something pure. All right, and I get this from Dr. Obadele Kembone, and I will let him explain it better.
In that language, they have a word called Bibi, which translates to black. It's the same thing that we have in Akan right now, Obibini, Abibi4, Abibi Bibi Drew. That's the black in there. Now, anytime they want to say something is pure or powerful or fertile, they always use this as the adjective. So as in tree, we would say, oh, pa, or whatever.
Yep.
That they use the word Bibi, they say it's black to say that it's good.
Right.
So they would say, I know how to Bibi. That means give me the black water. That means give me the pure water. It's like saying sukrojen. You understand? If they want to say that the sun is strong and powerful, they say wane bibi. You understand? So their idea is that anything that's black is powerful. Then you go to ancient Kemet, what we now know as ancient Egypt. The people themselves never called that land Egypt. They called it Kemet, which translates to land of black people. And they refer to themselves as Kemetiyu, which means black people. It's the same thing as saying Abibi Mai and Abibi4 to this day. But their concept, the root word chem, which is to be black, that's also thought to be the root of chemistry. It's talking about the chemical reaction when you burn something, right, a piece of wood. That in their own concept, chem was associated with to be complete, to be perfect. You understand?
So we see in African culture, black is a positive thing. And that's one thing, when you start studying African culture, when you start studying the history of African culture, of African people, you will see that African culture is the complete opposite of Western culture. So, for the outlook of an African worldview, black is nothing negative. And our ancestors always referred to themselves as being black. And we go back 4,000 years in the land of ancient Kemet, and we see them using the word black to define who they are. Kemet itself means land of the blacks, or the black land. And they call themselves Kemet-Tu. Kemet-Tu means black people. So in many African languages, the word black, dark, community, family, people is the same word. The word for land, people, and family is the same word. And we will understand this, we would know this if we had studied African philosophy. And it's even better if we would speak an African language. We've been out of slavery, was over with 1865, but yet in the West, we don't choose to speak an African language. We should ask why. Because if we would spoke an African language, we can understand and we can see that being black and the word black is not a negative thing. So as we go into many African languages, like I said, the word for person and the word for dark and the word for land is all the same. Because in African ontology, they saw themselves as a connection with the earth. The transcendence between the land and the people was always there. They saw themselves as being a connection with the cosmos. This was what ancient Kemet built their whole civilization on, being connected with the cosmos. And you see in ancient Kemet, there are a lot of different, you see the paintings on the wall, there are a lot of different, they come in different shades. Not everybody's jet black or really dark skinned. You have light-skinned people, you have light-skinned paintings and light-skinned pictures, but yet they all consider themselves black. Why? Because when you understand African ontology, when you, African cosmology, when you look at it from their view, and you can't look at it from a Western view. You have to look at it from an African worldview. Their perspective from the cosmos. They were created in the image of the creator, Ama. And the creator is where? In the cosmos. In the cosmos, the skies, the space is what? Pitch black. So they was created in the image and from the essence of the creator, which is pitch black, dark black, black. So they saw themselves being in the image of the creator. And this is why it doesn't matter if he was light-skinned or dark-skinned or brown, nice brown color, caramel color, you would still call themselves black people. And it still exists today. It doesn't matter whether it's on the east coast of Africa, the west coast of Africa, or the south. African people always refer to themselves as black. It's all in the language. So if we're looking at it from an African point of view, we see that black is not negative. As Dr. Cambone has explained to us, BB means black, it means dark in the Akan language. And Obibini means person. Alright? Abibi Man means Africa, the land, black land. So, and see the connection. Bibi Ri means dark. So you see, it was the connection with the same words. There was not a negative connection. And if you go to Yoruba, the word is Adulawo for people, dark people. And for the land is Ile Adulawo, meaning the black land. Key Congo, the word is Badombe for dark people, dark. And Badombe means, Ndombe means dark, and Badombe means dark people. And Nsia Dombe means, I'm not a linguist, I'm trying to get it out, but Nsia Dombe means Africa. It means the dark land. It don't mean Africa, but I'm just saying Africa, so you know. But it means the dark land or land of the blacks. So for everybody who's upset, like, yo, we shouldn't use the word Africa because Africa was given to it, was a name that white people gave to, the colonizers gave to the continent. Well, why not use the term that our ancestors used, Kemet? Since there is no country of Kemet today, there's no country of Kemet. Just called the entire continent Kemet, land of the blacks. Because we know that was their name that the ancestors referred to the land. So we see, if you looking at it from an African point of view, from a Kemetic point of view, and a Khan point of view, we see that black is what we always refer to ourselves as. And black is not a negative in the Kemetic worldview, in Kemetic philosophy. So this is why I say that you guys' concepts and ideas were incorrect, because basically you were coming from the Western point of view and world view and using Western logic, when we should look at it from the Kemetic worldview. And then we would draw the conclusions that calling ourselves black and refer to ourselves as Black Americans is not a negative thing. Or referring to ourselves as African is not a negative thing. Black and African was always the same. And if you don't want to use African, again, just use the word Kemet, black land. You know, Kemetic Americans, and why not? But anyway, yo, I hope that sheds a little light on the debate, or you know what I'm saying, the confusion that we have, or whether or not we should be black people or not we African people. Remember, yes, the word African is a Eurocentric word. However, the word Abibiman is not, and it means black land. Kemet means black land. And Sia Abombe means black land. So we will always use the words of the ancestors and of our people to refer to the land or refer to the continent. Just call it Kemet, the land of the blacks. But we always refer to ourselves as black people. So that's it. I want to drop that jewel, and I hope, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, share a little light on y'all. All right, I'm out.